David, where have you been all morning? We were supposed to have a great day today, as we were going to start our honeymoon with a bunch of exciting activities that are usually enjoyed by newlyweds. We planned to begin our day by watching the sunrise over the ocean, but you suddenly told me that you had some unfinished business to attend to. You asked me to go to the beach by myself and that you would meet me there later. Do you know how long I was made to stand there like a buffoon? From the crack of dawn until the strike of noon.
I know. I'm so sorry, honey. I was so caught up in the demands of my work that I forgot all about it. Please understand my situation. I was recently promoted and I'm eager to make a good impression on my boss. You're well aware of how important my job is to me, so I believe it's unnecessary to explain it to you again.
You hurriedly ushered me out the door without giving me a chance to grab my sunscreen, sunglasses, or floppy hat. I was left unprotected from the sun, and now my skin is sunburned. My eyes are bloodshot, and I have a splitting headache. What are you going to do to make this right?
Holly, I made it very clear to you before you left that I had to attend an urgent online meeting with the entire company. If I were to be late, I would be in serious trouble. I need some personal space and silence in order to concentrate on the meeting and maintain my professionalism. Is it really too much to ask for a little peace and quiet every now and then?
I understand that you require some space, but please be aware that this is our honeymoon, not some sort of work vacation for you. Do I need to talk about the meaning of the word honeymoon? It's a special trip for newlyweds to spend quality and private time together without being interrupted by anything else. It's an opportunity for us to enjoy ourselves, try new things, and most importantly, have fun together.
Do you think I'm stupid enough to need you to explain the meaning of the word honeymoon to me? I'm a fully functioning adult with a working brain, and I'm quite confident that I know what a honeymoon is. I don't need to hear your condescending preaching.
If you already know that, then why don't you behave as a loving and attentive spouse on our wedding trip? Instead, you have chosen to prioritize your work over me, leaving me to wait for hours in scorching heat. I have tried to contact you with countless texts and calls, but you haven't responded to any of them. Do you think this is fair to me?
I have already told you that I was in the middle of a critical meeting, so I had to turn off my phone. It's fortunate that I did so, otherwise I would have been subjected to your constant harassment.
What about now? Has your meeting concluded yet? It's already past the hour of 1, and my patience is beginning to fray. My composure is wearing thin, and I do not believe that I can maintain it for much longer.
Look, my manager suddenly assigned me a lengthy work report. I reckon it would take me at least 2 hours to complete. He gave me this task out of nowhere, even though he is very well informed that I'm on vacation. Can you believe it? What an entitled boss. I can't believe people like him still exist. No wonder everyone in the company refuses to have any association with him aside from work. Anyways, I'm currently under a great deal of strain from my employment, and I certainly don't need any additional stress from you telling me what to do or not to do.
So, what do you suggest that I do now? Should I just get back to our hotel room already? I haven't eaten anything yet, and I don't want to starve myself to death. Maybe I'll head back to the hotel to grab some lunch and take a power nap. I'll keep quiet while you're working, so don't be too concerned about my presence in the room.
No. Don't come back here just yet. I'm almost finished with my work, and I'll be there with you shortly.
Strange. Didn't you just say to me a few minutes ago that you were asked to compose a lengthy report? It's confusing that your manager suddenly decided to resign that directive.
Phew! It came as a surprise for me too. Luckily, my manager assured me that the report is not urgent and that I can complete it at my leisure after our vacation. To tell you the truth, I'd always thought of Tom as a bit of a hard-ass. but he's actually a very generous and supportive boss. I guess I had been misunderstanding him all this time.
Okay, so I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I cannot return to the hotel, but I cannot stay here and endure the searing heat any longer. What do you want me to do, David? You've been distant and uncaring, which makes me begin to feel abandoned and insignificant. Tell me, David, do I mean anything to you? Anything at all?
Honey, what are you saying? You're my wife, the one I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. Of course you mean the whole world to me, and you already know that. Please don't be upset with me. I promise to make amends for my mistakes and give you the most magical honeymoon that you could have ever dreamed of. I'm checking our honeymoon itinerary now. Can you catch a taxi to the next destination? And I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Are you sure that you're gonna be here as soon as possible? Or is it just another excuse you make out of nowhere to buy you some time? I'm becoming increasingly irritated, David. Our honeymoon is supposed to be a time for us to connect and spend time together. But you're making me feel like I'm traveling alone. I can't help but feel sad whenever I see other couples walking hand in hand and being affectionate. You know what? I just posted a selfie on social media, and I've been getting a lot of comments asking where you are. People are confused as to why we're not together, and I'm starting to feel self-conscious about it.
Holly, the summer sun is already scorching, and I certainly don't want to put up with the heat from your anger. Take it easy. We're here in Miami to relax and have fun, not to stress ourselves out. Listen to me. Instead of staying there and complaining until midnight, you can just simply get a taxi and carry on with the itinerary that we agreed on before.
I'm on my way to Lincoln Road in a taxi. I'll give you a call when I arrive, but please try to be there soon. I don't want to waste the whole day waiting for you.
That's more like it. I see that you're acting more like my wife and not some grumpy old hag. I'll meet you there in a few minutes.
Holly, where are you? Why haven't you come back to the hotel yet? Sorry I wasn't there with you yesterday. I was swamped with my job assignments and lost track of time.
I figured you would say something similar.
My boss was persistent in calling me to review the financial statements, insisting that it be done with great care and with a tight deadline. You know what it's like to be an accountant, right? Even a small mistake could have big consequences. If I made an error that cost the company a lot of money, I would be held responsible and could even be sued or imprisoned.
If that actually happened, are you willing to pay for the restitution and get me out of jail? I bet not, so stop complaining.
Honestly, I'd appreciate it if you could come up with something else to defend yourself next time we talk. You didn't even bother to call or text me for the rest of the day. From the way I see it, you clearly don't care about me or my safety. If I had gotten hurt or killed, you wouldn't have even battled an eye, huh?
Come on, don't be such a drama queen. The fact is, you're still here and nagging at me, aren't you? So what's the big deal?
Oh, so you think that me staying out all night on our honeymoon is fine? Seriously? Do you still consider yourself my husband? Anyways, it was a great joy spending some quality time with myself. I got to see lots of great places, indulge in different kinds of outdoor activities, and experience the vibrant local culture. This must be the most enjoyable and exciting solo trip I've had in years, and it's all thanks to you.
Really? I'm glad you liked it. What a big relief. I thought you would throw a tantrum at me and act like a crybaby. Well, if you did enjoy traveling alone that much, then I guess you can enjoy the rest of the trip by yourself. Now, if you excuse me, I have other things to worry about, so you can continue without me.
What? I'm not sure if you're just being deliberately obtuse or if you're actually that dense. But are you seriously gonna leave me all by myself on our honeymoon? What kind of husband are you?
I told you already. My manager keeps hounding me about my unfinished tasks. I'm telling the truth. He doesn't give me a second to breathe. Why do you think I'm working my fingers to the bone? It's because I want to build a strong career for our family. I'm doing this for our family so that we can have a comfortable and secure life. Is there something wrong with that?
Look, I can let you get away with not spending time with me yesterday. But what were you thinking by locking the hotel room door from the inside and refusing to let me in? Seriously, I'm at a loss for words right now. I attempted to contact the hotel front desk, but it was past closing hours and they were not available. Thankfully, I had the good sense to rent a room at a nearby hotel instead of waiting for you all night. But serious talk here. What was that all about yesterday? Are you hiding something from me, David?
What do you mean hiding? You brainless women are always so quick to jump to conclusions and accuse your husbands of cheating without even having any proof. It's no wonder why so many marriages end in divorce. The mind-numbing task load I was engaged in must have rendered me so exhausted that I fell into a deep sleep. And that's all there is to it.
I didn't even accuse you of cheating, so why did you bring it up by yourself? But honestly, do you really think I'm going to blindly believe anything you say now? I'm not that naive anymore. I was banging at the door countless times. I literally screamed your name so loudly that I got myself berated by the neighbors in the adjacent room. How were you able to sleep through all that chaos and noise so soundly? It's simply unbelievable. Your lies are as transparent as glass, David. You may be able to fool me for now, but your deception will eventually unravel. The truth always comes out in the end. What you should do is admit your wrongdoing and explain everything to me.
I swear I couldn't hear your voice at all because I was sleeping like a cow. If things couldn't get any worse, I woke up this morning with a cold and a headache that felt like someone was trying to drill through my skull. What is wrong with you? How could you possibly insult your husband for working so hard that he fell ill? I've never seen anything so heartless and cruel in my life. Look, instead of sitting here blaming and calling each other out for our own mistakes, why don't we just grow up and act like adults? We can either forget about all of the misunderstandings between us, make peace, and settle things out, or we can continue to argue and ruin our vacation. The choice is yours.
David, you must be kidding me. You abandoned me time and time again, and now you expect me to forgive you for everything you've done? I don't think so. If you still consider yourself my husband, then show up and apologize to me in person. Don't just send me a simple text and expect me to forgive you for your misbehaviors. I'm not that easy to fool.
I thought you would be jumping at the chance to make peace between us, but I guess I was wrong. What's the matter? Since when has dedication to work become a misbehavior? You should be grateful for having found yourself a hard-working husband who sacrifices all his time and effort to solidify our family's financial background. Instead of being supportive, you're just complaining and making things difficult for me. What's wrong with you?
Look, I understand that you've devoted to your work and you want to help us earn more income. But you need to realize that life doesn't just revolve around money and work. It's also about spending time with the people you love and building memories with them. If you want me to forgive you, then you need to show me that you're willing to make more of an effort to be present in our lives. Otherwise, I'm not sure if we can ever move on from this.
Gosh, you're starting to act like my mother. I said sorry to you. What else do you want? Okay, I have a wonderful idea. Let me pick you up at your hotel and take you to a romantic dinner at one of the most famous restaurants in this neighborhood. How does that sound, Holly? Come on, you can't say no to that.
I'd be happy to do all of that to make peace with you, but only if you're truly willing to do it. I don't want you to feel like I'm forcing you to do anything you don't want to do. That's not how I want to live my life.
Of course I would do everything I can to work things out between us. You're my wife, and I love you. I can't imagine my life without you. Holly, what was that all about? You just left the restaurant without telling me, and now you're nowhere to be found? I told you I had some business to take care of, but I didn't think you'd take that as an opportunity to just ditch me. What were you thinking?
You still have the audacity to ask me that question. What business and who was the girl that showed up at our dinner tonight? I'm absolutely furious right now and I need your explanations. First, you came up with endless excuses for your constant absence throughout our honeymoon. Now, it turns out that you've been cheating on me on our honeymoon. How could you do that to me?
Holly, didn't I tell you? It's Helen, and she's simply one of my colleagues, that's all. I was just as surprised as you were when I saw her at the restaurant. I didn't know that she's also here in Miami.
Oh, really? What a coincidence, huh? Does that girl know that you're already married?
Of course she does, honey. How could she not? Everyone in my company knows that I'm married to you, an incredibly beautiful girl like you, Holly. I know the boys at my workplace were green with envy when they heard we got married. I'm so proud to be able to call you my wife. You're such an amazing woman, Holly.
Oh, so now I'm suddenly an amazing woman in your eyes. It's strange, David. You invited all of your other coworkers to our wedding, but I don't remember meeting that girl. Why don't you just admit that you've been cheating on me this whole time? It's not that difficult, you know.
Sweetheart, what are you saying? Of course I've been faithful and honest to you. I would never dream of having an affair. I'm yours, and yours only, baby. I swear on my life. It's understandable that you didn't see her at our wedding. She's a newcomer to my company, and she'd only been there for a couple of months. We only had a brief interaction at the restaurant, where we greeted each other out of courtesy. There was nothing more to it than that.
Out of courtesy? She kissed you on the cheek. She held you close to her, and the way she looked at you. It's not normal at all. Especially when she already knows that I'm your wife and I was standing right in front of you two. What were you thinking? Did you think I wouldn't notice? I saw the whole thing with my own eyes.
Are you seriously going to make a mountain out of a molehill like that, Holly? Exchanging kisses on the cheeks is one of the most common ways of greeting each other in the world. Maybe Helen is a little flirty, but she deserves to be that way. She's a beautiful young woman who's full of life, not an old bat like you. I'd really appreciate it if you could stop exaggerating everything for a moment and listen to your husband for once.
And don't think I didn't notice how you discreetly took off our ring when you saw Helen approaching us. If there wasn't anything suspicious going on between the two of you, then why did you have to hide our wedding ring like that? David, just let me know what's really going on and don't sugarcoat anything. I'm your legal wife, and I deserve to know the truth, no matter how ugly it is.
How many times do I have to tell you, Holly? Helen and I are just colleagues. There is nothing going on between us. I took off my wedding ring because it was a bit tight, but I put it back on shortly after that. You saw that, didn't you? Why are you so suspicious of me?
Yeah, you only put our ring back on your finger when you were relieved to see Helen was out of your sight. Based on the look on your face, I bet you were so scared that something wrong was gonna slip out of Helen's mouth, weren't you? Your face literally turned white. You were trembling and your face was dripping with sweat. It's no use, David. I'm not gonna believe in any word you say anymore. I took the key you left on the table, and I'm at our hotel room now.
What were you thinking? Taking my property without my permission? That's stealing. Didn't your parents teach you how to respect other people's privacy? And why on earth do you need to go back to our hotel room? I thought you already rented yourself a hotel. Why don't you just stay there?
David, what are you talking about? I don't understand why you're so upset that I went back to our hotel room. I didn't do anything wrong. Can you give me a reasonable explanation on why I shouldn't have gone back?
How dare you break into my room? You've already left the hotel, so this is my room now. You have no right to be here. What you're doing is invading my privacy and illegally trespassing. Get out of my room right now.
No, I won't leave the room. It's not only your room, it's also my room. And for the record, I was the one who booked this hotel room for us. And I have the full right to access it whenever I want. I'm packing my things and I'm leaving, but not because I want to waste my time on this meaningless honeymoon. I'm leaving because I am no longer willing to be treated like this. I have had enough of your lies and your deception. When I get home, I will be filing for divorce. I will not tolerate your behavior any longer.
Holly, listen to me. You need to get out of the room right now. Helen and I are coming in and we don't want to see you. If you're not out of here in 30 seconds, I'm calling security.
Are you kidding me? Why is your colleague coming with you to our hotel room? What are you two up to? You'd better start explaining something to me right now, or else you're going to be in big trouble.
I'm being dead serious. Can you please just get out of the room? No, I don't think there's enough time for that. Go and hide yourself in the bathroom. Don't let Helen see you.
Have you lost your mind? There's no way I'm gonna hide in the bathroom. I'm gonna open the door and have a serious conversation.
Holly, can you just reconsider your decision? It doesn't have to end like this. We just got married not long ago, and now you just say that we're getting a divorce? I don't think that you have put enough thought into your decision.
No, David. I have thought about this carefully enough to know that there is nothing left between you and me. Everything is over. It was over the day you chose to cheat on me. And let's be clear, you cheated on both of us. Helen didn't know you were married, so she's a victim just like me.
Holly, honey, this is just a little misunderstanding. It's not what you think it is. Me and Helen are no more than ordinary friends.
Friends? When are you gonna stop lying to me, David? Helen told me everything. You've been cheating on me for 3 years, and that was before we even got married. How could you do this to me? I thought you loved me.
I know what I did was wrong, but I'm not a bad person. I love you, Holly, and I always have. But I also have feelings for Helen, and I didn't know how to deal with them. I tried to ignore them, but they just got stronger and stronger. I know I should have told you the truth, but I was afraid of losing you. I'm so sorry for what I've done, and I promise I'll never do anything like it again. If you could just forgive me, Holly, I promise that I'll do anything in my power to make it up to you.
I'm not going to be your doormat, David. You can't keep stringing me along while you're still in love with Helen. Either you choose me or you choose her. There's no other option.
Hey, you're not my mom to order me around and tell me what to do like that. But please, I need more time to figure things out with Helen. But I promise, once I've made my decision, I'll come back to you and we can pick up where we left off, like nothing ever happened.
Don't make me laugh, David. Helen told me everything. You told her that you were going to divorce me soon so that you could be with her. Don't think that we're stupid. We both know that you've been playing us both for fools. We're through with you. We're not going to let you get away with your lies and deception any longer.
Helen wants to split up? How is that even possible? It's all your fault, Holly. You were the one who sabotaged us. You have to pay for this. Do you really want to know why I cheated on you? Because you've become nothing but a nag lately. Helen, on the other hand, makes me feel happier than I ever was. And it's all thanks to you. You drove me to her.
Do whatever you want, David. But I promise you, it won't change the fact that you're a liar and a cheat. You've lost both me and Helen, and you'll never be able to win us back. You've made your bed. Now lie in it. David was devastated by the loss of both Helen and me. Helen had deleted all his contact information and distanced herself from him, leaving him no choice but to come crawling back to me. However, I wasn't interested in reconciling with him. I had been betrayed and had lost all trust in him. I insisted on going through with our divorce, even though it pained me to do so. With Helen's testimony of David's extramarital affair in court, my divorce from David proceeded with relative ease. At first, he was vehemently opposed to the divorce, making all manner of promises and even begging on his knees for my forgiveness. However, none of this was successful, as I was well aware of David's true character. As for David, his parents and colleagues were incensed upon learning of his misdeeds against me. They all began to shun him, and he was no longer welcome anywhere. His career also took a nosedive, as he was unable to focus on anything other than pleading for me and Helen to return to him. Helen and I were both deeply wounded by David's betrayal, and we found solace in sharing our pain with each other. As we talked, we realized that we had much in common. We felt a powerful connection to each other, and it was not long before we became best friends. Moving on from a broken marriage is not easy, but I know that with the support of Helen, my friends, and family, I will be able to stand back up on my feet and find a husband who truly values me for who I am.